The Terran cruiser Silver Dawn drifted through the quiet void, its engines humming softly. Inside, Captain Orion Hale reviewed routine cargo reports. It was supposed to be an ordinary patrol, nothing more. Then the distress alarm triggered. A signal. Ancient. Weak. Damaged. The bridge fell silent as the code appeared, flickering on the main display. Anchorel code. Priority red. Everyone froze. The Anchorel, the tiny winged species from the forgotten edges of the Orion Spur. Almost no one remembered them now, except humanity. Because centuries ago, when Earth was young in the stars and surrounded by enemies, a small Anchorel scout ship sacrificed itself to collapse a warp corridor, saving a Terran refugee fleet. They were small, frail, technologically primitive, but they saved 20,000 humans that day. Humanity never forgot. A debt like that lives forever. Now their signal pulsed again, and it was a cry for help. Orion stood, set course to the origin point. Maximum FTL. The helmsman hesitated. Sir, that's deep in Zarkan territory. I don't care, Orion replied. Plot it. The ship jumped into the white blaze of folded space. The galaxy would remember this moment, because the humans were coming. They arrived at the source 3 hours later. The Anchorel world was burning. Fires raged across the golden forests. Their crystal cities were shattered. Their small winged forms fled in fear as metallic walkers hunted them from the sky. The attackers were unmistakable, the Zarkan Dominion. 12 feet tall, plated in obsidian armor, masters of conquest, slavers of 12 galaxies. A single Zarkan commander could crush an Anchorel child with one hand. Orion's fists clenched. Open a channel. A Zarkan general answered, towering and sneering. You are trespassing, human. Leave before we destroy your pathetic ship. Orion stepped closer, face hard. You invaded a protected species. The general laughed. Protected? By who? These insects have no allies. Orion spoke with a quiet, dangerous calm. They have humanity. The Zarkan scoffed. Then humanity will fall with them. Orion cut the channel. Transmit Terran recall code, Omega. The communications officer stiffened. Sir, Omega? That will activate. All of them, Orion said. Send it. The signal shot into the void, and humanity stirred. Across human space, every sleeping war engine awakened. Titan-class fortresses lifted from orbit. Dreadnoughts older than nations powered up ancient reactors. Carriers the size of islands released entire wings of starfighters. Battlecruisers snapped out of dockyards with shields shimmering. Everywhere, humans saw the same message. Anchorel species in dire threat. Terran debt, priority 1. All forces mobilize. Captains whispered the story to their crews, of the tiny species who once saved human lives without hesitation. The galaxy watched in confusion. What have the humans activated? Why are they mobilizing so many fleets? Against who? They would learn. Soon. Back at the Anchorel world, Orion watched the Zarkan deploy their superweapon, a gravity implosion cannon aimed directly at the Anchorel capital nest. If fired, the entire species would be annihilated. He activated planetary comms. A terrified Anchorel elder appeared, small and trembling, its wing trembling. Human, you came? Orion knelt and bowed his head. You saved our ancestors. Today we save yours. The elder wept glowing tears. The Zarkan weapon began to charge. And then space ripped open. The first Terran Titan arrived. A colossal fortress whose shadow covered half the continent. Then another. Then 20. Then 100. Then battleships. Cruisers. Gunships. Orbital platforms. Missile swarms. Fighter wings. A storm of metal and fire. In minutes, 5,000 Terran vessels surrounded the system. The Zarkan stuttered. Impossible. Humans don't have this many ships. Orion smirked. When humans repay a debt, we don't hold back. The Terran Vanguard fleet unleashed hell. Plasma beams tore through Zarkan destroyers. Rail cannons shattered their battleships. Titan fortresses locked the planet behind a barrier of shimmering shields. The Zarkan screamed, orders. They're just humans. Their ships are inferior. But nothing stopped them. Humanity fought like a species protecting their own children. Like warriors who remembered a promise older than nations. Like beings who believed loyalty was worth dying for. For the first time in recorded history, Zarkan forces retreated. But Orion didn't let them flee. He broadcast a final message. You came for a tiny species with no armies. Now you face the species that pays its debts. You want a war? You have it. The Zarkan armada broke. Terran ships hunted every last vessel. Not one escaped. On the surface, Orion walked through the ruins of the Ankral capital. The small crystalline nests glowed faintly in the twilight. An Ankral child approached him slowly, wings torn. You saved us, she whispered. Orion knelt. You saved us first, long ago. The elder beside her added softly. We never thought you would remember. Orion looked around at the Terran soldiers helping rebuild homes, medics carrying injured Ankral, engineers deploying shield pylons, and drones repairing nests. We didn't remember, Orion said softly. We honored it. The elder reached out, glowing. Humanity, have repaid the debt. Orion shook his head. No, we paid the interest. The debt lives forever. The sky lit up as the Terran fleet formed a protective ring around the planet. The galaxy watched in stunned silence. They understood now. Humans were dangerous not because they were strong, but because they remembered kindness, because they honored promises, because they repaid debts with their whole hearts. And when humans repay a debt, the entire galaxy trembles.